What I wanted to say is I don't really have the energy to study right now. I really don't. Hi. So it's the season before summer. Over-caffeinated, sleep-deprived, student tension is all around, in the air, around me. Thought I'd say spring, but no, it's exam season. So it's my university semester final, end of first year exam week. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're either procrastinating studying or it's the night before your exams and you're trying to look for some last minute tips and tricks. How do I get through exams when I am not a studier? How? Well, lucky for you, because I am the most studious person in the world. I possess the answers that you are seeking to your questions. These are all novels because I don't actually have textbooks, but I'm here to give you advice. And the truth is, there really is no way of studying properly. And honestly, different methods of studying work for different individuals in their own ways. However, I do have a juicy secret on how I put in minimal effort and get optimum results. Let the evidence speak for itself in case you don't believe me. But first, here's how my exam week went. Good morning! It is my day off today, and then starting tomorrow I have an exam every single day consecutively, one after the other. So anyway, I guess the day before an exam, I wake up early, have breakfast and my coffee, and I allow myself to watch something and just not do anything study related for the duration of me having breakfast. Once I'm done with breakfast, I put aside my distractions and I go through all of my coursework. All my courses have disappeared. I don't know why. Is this a bug in the system, or is my university trying to screw with me right now? My courses are supposed to be, can't even click on that. In progress. No in progress courses. What is that supposed to mean? I know that I have courses in progress. Oh, never mind. That was a false alarm. I found my courses. First, what I do is basically list all the topics and chapters that I need to cover. And then one by one, I go through all of the course material, one chapter at a time, and take notes. I also look for YouTube videos related to each topic because I'm just a bit of visual learner and I can always count on 5-minute rundown videos to help me understand what I actually need to know. And for my notes, basically what I do is I just paraphrase all of the course material into my own words, and I add like little associations and stories in my head to remember specific details that I need to memorize. The first photographs were made by Nice Sephora. I also like to give myself breaks every time I finish a chapter or 2 chapters because I have a very itty bitty tiny attention span and I need to constantly give myself breaks. Once I've finished making all of my notes, I go over them one last time and then I pretend to teach my imaginary class what I've learnt to see how much I've actually remembered. When it comes to photography, composition, basically. And if I don't remember something, well, then there's always the option of just... Okay, I haven't decided what I want to wear because it's so hot outside, but I want to wear something that has sleeves so I can put a few tricks up my sleeve, if you know what I'm saying, I'm just joking. No, seriously, I'm kidding. Scale of 1 to 10, how are we feeling? I'm at a 7.
Minus?
7. Minus? 1 down, 4 more to go. Honestly, that exam was not too bad. I think I should be able to score like a B+. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. Good morning. It's exam 2 time. Funniest thing happened. Yesterday night, I found out that today's exam is open book. I mean, it really wasn't that hard, and on top of that, it is now an open book exam, so I had obviously no reason left to study. So today's exam is about cheating, but not getting in trouble for cheating, so it's consensual cheating. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are we feeling about the exam?
What is it's an open book?
I'm feeling 10 out of 10 right now. The smartest people in the group.
We are.
We literally, yeah, we finished the fastest. That was the best exam I've ever given.
Well, no fucking shit.
Cookie cereal. Just a little cookie. Tomorrow's exam is the one exam that I am absolutely dreading. So for tomorrow, we have this course called Imagining the Creative City. Basically, they have just disguised architecture and urban planning into a course called Imagining the Creative City. I'm a media person. I literally know nothing about design and architecture. It is something that I absolutely hate. If you're an architecture student, I don't know how you do it, because if I had to study architecture for the rest of my life, I would literally kill myself.
Each one of them needs to be improved in terms of Dubai's bid to become more part of the creative cities.
This is that one subject that is just so boring that I don't even want to study for it for an exam. I really just can't find the motivation. I'm looking everywhere for it and I just can't find it. On a scale of 1 to 10 today, I am a 0. I have no confidence.
I'm a 0 as well.
You took notes. You actually studied for
No,
this.
she studied and she's like,
It didn't go well. I'm feeling a 2 out of 10.
You know the hardest questions that I didn't know. Bro, I didn't even write these.
Whatever. Like,
She's like, how did you write this?
that was too bad. Like, I didn't know what to write and I just left.
It's not even there.
Praxis?
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Not like in the notes.
It was in the notes. I have the exact definition. The cycle of thinking about and determining. Tomorrow I have an intellectual property exam. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually like my favorite course, but it's a lot of law. So there's like a lot of reading involved and a lot of like policies and laws and regulations that I just need to know. Okay, back to work. Good morning. I have finally made it to the last day of semester, the last day of my first year, the last day of exams. Last exam on a scale of 1 to 10. How are we feeling?
12.
Is this math for an intellectual property?
No, this is just
0.
She say this all the time, and then the notes that she made.
last time she said 0, she got a 23 out of 25.
I feel it's 6 out of 10. Wow, if you've made it this far in the video, then you really must be desperate to find the answers. What is my big secret? How do I get through education? How do I get such marvelous grades without giving a shit? The truth is, disclaimer, this is my personal approach specifically towards my university end of semester exams and is not applicable for all scenarios. Every exam requires a different level of effort depending on the type of exam and the weight it carries for your future. Not all exams can be taken as lightly as I've taken them in this video, and there's a lot of room for discussion and argument when it comes to the educational system and how it is to be dealt with that simply cannot be covered beyond a surface level in a short YouTube video. So with that in mind, let's move on. I just take exams very lightly. Yep. That's literally it. Okay, now this doesn't mean that I just don't care about my education and I flunk my way through school. No. But what I do mean is I just don't really put much pressure on myself when it comes to studying. I feel like the biggest reason why people stress out about exams is because it's all up in here. In here. When you've put exams on this pedestal where you're constantly like, exams, then that thing, the exams, becomes this big, scary, intimidating thing. Well, then in your head, you automatically create a block. You make it harder than it actually needs to be. It is only as big of a deal as you make it to be in your head. To me, right off the bat, exams is just another thing that, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Exams can be stressful. They are made to be stressful. However, don't give it the power to stress you out. There's this analogy that I once heard. It's like you take a bowl. You have golf balls, you have sand, you have pebbles, and you have water. Now you have to fit in all of these things into this one bowl. What do you put in first? You start with the golf balls. Whatever remaining space you have, then you put in the pebbles. Whatever remaining space you have between the pebbles, you put in the sand. Finally, in the end, you put in the water. This analogy, pretty basic. I think we've all seen it and heard it before. However, it is one of the most helpful ways of understanding prioritizing. The bowl is your life, and everything in it are your priorities in order of its importance to you. If you fill up your bowl with water first, then you won't have any space for your golf balls. You get to decide what your priorities are. What are your golf balls in life? What are your pebbles in life? What's your water? What's your sand? How important are these things to you, and how do you want to prioritize them? This analogy can be used both in a macro level and a micro level. On a macro level, it's your life goals that remain constant, while on a micro level, it's about your day-to-day life and what you need to prioritize for the day or the week based on what's happening at the time. To me, the golf balls in life, my health, my sleep, my diet, my mental well-being, and my physical well-being. You really don't need to sacrifice your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your sleep, your diet for an exam. So I tell myself I will not be compromising my sleep to stay up all night and study for an exam the next day. What I can do though is wake up early in the morning, start studying from like 9 in the morning to like 12 a.m. latest. 12 a.m. is cutoff time, and go to bed. Have a good night's sleep, go to the exam with a fresh mind, and do my best. Whatever I can cram in those hours of the day, great. Anything I can't cram, so what? It's simply just a matter of identifying your priorities, establishing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what your likes are, what your dislikes are, and then adjusting yourself to the circumstances in life according to those priorities. It's all about putting in the right kind of effort based on the type of learner that you are, and then internalizing that the only thing that you can actually control is your effort, your hard work, and your reaction to the result, not the result itself. So yeah, that's it. I have said my piece. I'm not some study guru, and I'm sure many people might not agree to my views, but if you do, and if you are open to listening, then I hope there's something that you can take out of this. And if you didn't, then that's fine too. See you guys next time. Okay, bye.
What a wonderful world.